The content of this podcast is provided for general informational purposes only and is not intended as, nor should it be considered a substitute for professional medical advice. Hello, this is Karen Nickel, family nurse practitioner, and you are listening to Itchy and Bitchy, a podcast that provides answers to your many unanswered health questions. In the last episode, I shared the good, the bad, and the ugly of digital health, and I promised to you that I would help you understand how AI is being used in healthcare in this episode. So here we go. AI, artificial intelligence, are intelligent machines through a set of rules mimic human cognitive functions, such as learning and problem solving. These machines have the potential to anticipate problems or deal with issues as they come up, and so they function in an intelligent and adaptive manner. In addition, they learn and adapt as more data become available. Its ability to learn patterns and relationships from enormous databases is the strength of AI. For an example of how this can work in medicine, AI can review a patient's entire medical record and translate the information into a single number that represents a likely diagnosis. So there are some key applications and examples of AI in medicine. I am sure you know much about AI in other areas of life, but I'm going to be talking about what is used and how it's used in medicine. Abnormalities in X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans can be detected by AI with high precision. It functions as a powerful automated assistant for radiologists, using machine learning to analyze and interpret scans like MRIs, CTs, and X-rays with high speed and precision. It detects subtle, early-stage abnormalities such as tumors, fractures, or neurologic changes that might be missed by the human eye, therefore improving diagnostic accuracy. AI is also being used during colonoscopy procedures, providing assistance in real time. By analyzing live video, the use of AI can boost polyp detection rates by 20 to 44%. Trained on millions of images, the algorithm used this deep learning to highlight precancerous lesions with colored boxes so the doc can see it, and this aids the doc's ability to identify flat, small, or hidden polyps. AI also helps differentiate between precancerous and benign polyps by using algorithms that can detect subtle changes in texture that might be missed by the human eye. This helps the gastroenterologist make real-time decisions for removal of the polyp. No worries. Don't worry out there. GI docs aren't being replaced. These systems are currently used to augment rather than replace the expertise of gastroenterologists. New drugs can be developed more quickly when AI is utilized. Most work using AI in drug development intends to reduce the time and money it takes to bring one drug to market, which is currently 10 to 15 years at a cost of $1 to $2 billion US. However, it is unlikely to boost success rates in the more costly clinical stages that involve testing in people, where there is a consistent 90% failure rate of drugs in clinical trials. Pretty awful statistic. Also, many scientists who have expertise in drug development lack training in AI and machine learning, which will slow the development of the use of AI in drug trials. Clinicians are supported by algorithms that aid in diagnosing diseases and recommending treatments for patients. There are AI tools that generate documentation for charting, billing, and scheduling. This makes the administration aspect of medicine more efficient. From a provider standpoint, I can tell you that charting is a very time-consuming task and something that I truly dreaded. I spent hours a day on workdays and the weekends keeping up with charting. What a nightmare. Many providers spend only 3 to 5 minutes with the patient during a 15-minute appointment so that the remaining 10 minutes can be used for charting. One of the reasons I did so much charting after hours was my desire to spend as much time with the patient as I possibly could. If a patient had a 15-minute appointment, I spent 15 minutes or sometimes more with the patient, then finished charting at the end of the day. AI is now being used to streamline the documentation process. Generative AI technology can analyze conversations between patients and medical staff, automatically generating detailed and accurate notes. Wish I'd had that. Trust me. I never had the opportunity to use AI-assisted charting before I retired, but I have heard from providers who are using this option who have told me that it is an amazing time saver. God bless them. Maybe providers will be able to spend more time with patients if they don't have to spend so much time charting. I'm not sure how I feel about this one, but chatbots and virtual assistants can help manage patient symptoms, provide triaging of problems, and give chronic disease coaching. Personally, it is not my favorite use of AI, but if it is used for automated phone systems to provide appointment scheduling, provide medication reminders, and answer frequently asked questions, I could live with that. Again, that's just my personal opinion. The reality is that while AI is a powerful tool, it cannot replace essential human skills. Medical providers and staff bring emotional support, problem-solving abilities, and interpersonal skills that AI cannot replicate. Ideally, AI can provide increased efficiency, reduced human error, personalized care plans, and faster, more accurate diagnostics. Remote patient monitoring, like telehealth and at-home diagnostics, are aspects of AI in medicine that I think can be hugely helpful to aid the goal of achieving wellness in our patients. These tools are now becoming everyday components of care. Data from wearable and connected devices like 24-hour blood sugar monitors or blood pressure monitors will allow earlier detection of health changes so that providers can intervene sooner, provide better management of chronic conditions, and help prevent complications. I love this proactive option. AI in medicine has much upside, but as always, it seems, there are risks and concerns that go along with it. That's up next after this quick break. Welcome back. Of course, there are concerns about using artificial intelligence in the healthcare setting. I want to share the results of a survey of providers and patients that revealed some of the concerns people have about using this technology in healthcare. Here are the top 10 concerns that were shared. Number 1, 68% of physicians increased their use of AI for documentation in 2025. 2, 61% of physicians worry AI will reduce human interaction with patients. Number 3, 77% of patients say they want to be told when AI is used in their care. Number 4, only 30% of patients are comfortable with AI diagnosing conditions. Number 5, 33% of Black adults believe AI could increase bias. Number 6, 49% of people already recognize AI is used in managing medical records. Number 7, 26% of patients feel optimistic about AI, 27% are uncertain, and 26% are concerned. Number 8, 48% of physicians believe that one of the biggest potential benefits of using AI in healthcare is its ability to identify patterns and abnormalities in patient data that a physician might miss. Number 9, 63% of patients believe stronger oversight of AI is needed. And the last one is 58% of physicians fear over-reliance on AI, and 52% of patients worry about improper diagnoses. I think that information, in my mind, is very interesting, and lots of challenges and risks were expressed there. So let's look at some of them. Many injuries occur due to medical error in the healthcare system today, unfortunately, even without the involvement of AI. But there are potential risks when using AI in medicine. AI systems will sometimes be wrong, and patient injury or other healthcare problems may result. If an AI system recommends the wrong drug for a patient, fails to notice a tumor on a radiological scan, or assigns a hospital bed to one patient over another because it predicted wrongly which patient would benefit more, the patient could be injured. AI errors are potentially different than human errors for several reasons. One of the most significant differences is that as AI systems become widespread, an underlying problem in one AI system might result in injuries to thousands of patients, rather than the limited number of patients injured by any single provider's error. AI is dependent on large databases to provide accurate recommendations. The health data on patients is often very fragmented. We don't have universal electronic medical records across providers' offices and hospitals. People typically receive care from different providers and hospitals who are using different electronic medical record products, and people also tend to switch insurance companies. This leads to data being divided up into multiple systems and multiple formats. This fragmentation increases the risk of error because the data provided to AI is not comprehensive. The data needs to be in one place for AI to be the most effective. The bigger the database, the better. Bias can be embedded into AI. If AI is trained on skewed data, health disparities can result. For instance, if the data available for AI are mostly gathered in academic medical centers, the resulting AI systems will know less about people who do not frequent academic medical centers, and as a result, those individuals will not be treated effectively or as effectively. As another example, if speech recognition AI systems are used to transcribe the note in the chart, meaning the provider is dictating the note into the system, that AI system may perform worse when the provider is of a race or gender that haven't been sampled in the AI training data. It needs to have all types of accents and speech patterns in its database to be effective. Also, underlying biases and inequalities in the health system, which do exist, can also be a problem when an AI system is created. For example, African American patients receive, on average, less treatment for pain than white patients. Of course, the reality is that skin color doesn't determine how much pain medication one needs, but an AI system learning from health system records that contain this faulty data might learn to suggest lower doses of painkillers to African American patients, even though that decision reflects systemic bias, not biological reality. Another set of risks arise around privacy. Since AI requires large data sets, there are strong incentives for developers to collect such data from many patients. Some patients may be concerned that this collection may violate their privacy, and lawsuits have been filed based on data sharing between large health systems and AI developers. Another worrisome privacy aspect is that AI can predict private information about patients, even though it never received that information. I know that sounds complicated and weird, but for instance, an AI system might identify that a person has Parkinson's disease based on the trembling in the hand when a person uses a computer mouse, even if the person had never given that information to anyone else. If an AI system infers a diagnosis and that diagnosis was made available to third parties such as banks or life insurance companies, it would be a significant privacy breach. Will over-reliance on AI be a problem in the future? Some scholars are concerned that the widespread use of AI over time will result in decreased human knowledge, to the point that providers lose the ability to catch and correct AI errors, and they may not continue to develop medical knowledge. When looking at medical training, future nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, and physicians may become so reliant on AI that critical thinking, clinical judgment, and ability to solve problems decreases. As a result, the syndrome of lazy student and lazy provider may increase. My training and my practice style involved using a good history and physical exam to establish differential diagnoses, then use diagnostic testing if needed to confirm the diagnosis. I have observed a trend away from that long utilized approach toward a practice of starting with the diagnostic testing to make versus confirm the diagnosis. So in my opinion, we've already lost some of the tried and true skills that make someone a good diagnostician. We'll just see what happens. Experts have offered up some solutions to the problems I have shared with you. Since overseeing AI does not fall under the FDA purview, oversight efforts need to be increased by health systems and hospitals as well as insurers. In addition, oversight by professional organizations like the American College of Radiology and the American Medical Association may be necessary to ensure the quality of these systems. Medical education will need to prepare providers to evaluate and interpret the AI systems they will encounter as our healthcare environment keeps evolving. Ideally, artificial intelligence will enable providers with the ability to provide more personalized and better care and free them to spend more time interacting with patients in a holistic way. The technology is seen as a tool to enhance rather than replace human expertise, requiring careful validation and regulation to ensure safety and equity. The fact is, artificial intelligence is here to stay and is reshaping how we provide medical care. Many thanks to all of you for listening. Wherever you listen to this podcast, please leave a review and rate the podcast. Your reviews and ratings really do matter, and make sure you follow the show so that it will be automatically downloaded. That also matters. I encourage you to visit our Facebook page, IMB Podcasts, where you can give us a like and leave comments or questions for me. Our website is itchyandbitchy.com, where there are blogs with some of our subjects available for you to read. Thank you to Forrest Winsel, my son, our producer and composer of our theme music, and the person who does all the behind-the-scenes work to make this podcast possible. Thank you very much, Forrest. Forrest continues to thrive at Peabody Music Conservatory and is full on into his final semester of the master's program. If you want to listen to what he's creating, you can go to his website, forrestwinsel.com. Your health is in your hands.
Oh, how I feel, itchy, bitchy.